I made a Cajun roasted chicken with the Creole butter sauce injection, and I'm going to show you just how I did it. And this is the same exact recipe that I use for my smoked Cajun turkeys that I use for Thanksgiving. And it makes the chicken and turkey so much more moist and more flavorful. Now what you see right here are all of the ingredients I'm using for the Creole butter injection. I have a short video for that and I'll put it in the description for you. I don't want to waste your time with that here. Now I've got a chicken that's about 6.5 to 7 pounds. And I'm going to start off by injecting it with the Creole butter sauce. Now for the dry rub, these are the ingredients for that. So I've got 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of cayenne, and I've got 1.5 tablespoons each of oregano, thyme, and basil. And for those 3, I grind them up and then include them with the rest of the ingredients. And that is going to be my dry rub. So what I did to grind them, I used the coffee grinder, or you can get you a spice grinder or use a mortar and pestle. Whichever method you prefer to use, just make sure that you grind them up because you're going to get more flavor spread out that way. After I've got my chicken completely injected the way that I wanted to, I then start to add the dry rub. Now after I add that, I'm going to refrigerate it for at least 24 hours. If it were a turkey, I would do it for at least 2 days. And when it's done, this is what it looks like the next day after it's been refrigerated. And now I'm going to put it into the oven for about 1.5 to 2 hours on 350. And that's really going to be dependent on the size of the bird. And I'm going to spray the outside with some canola oil. And I'm just doing that to make sure that the skin gets nice and crispy. You'll want to check for doneness by using a meat thermometer. Do not just check to see as the juices run clear, because that can give you false hope that it's done when it may not be. Use a thermometer on the thicker parts of the meat, and when it gets to 165, you know that it's done. Then I'll let it rest for 15 minutes before I serve.